Hey everyone, so real quick, I talked about the sideboard guides here not long ago, and I went ahead and I updated the sheet for the sideboard guides so everybody can actually see what I was talking about. So here in this tab I have Death Shadow, put all the cards for Death Shadow in there. I got this information from MTG Goldfish, how many copies, and what percentage of decks runs that many copies. And then like Inquisition, one Inquisition can take out one Tarmogoyf, one Thoughtseize can take out one Tarmogoyf, and so on. Pithy Needle can shut off all copies of Street Wraith's ability, so I multiply B4 times C4, gives me that score. So the whole purpose, of course, is to shut down as much percentage of the opponent's deck as possible. And with one rock and one lantern, you can basically limit around 50% of the opponent's deck. Unfortunately, it's not always stacked, relevant card, non-relevant card, and so on. So that's what the rest of these cards in the deck are for the cards to slip through. So we can allow more cards to slip through and we'll be okay. So Inquisition and Kozilek here, it can shut off about 20% of the cards in the opponent's deck pre-board and 33 post-board, because that's counting all of the cards that are coming in post-board here, right here. That's why the post-board numbers are higher. Let's see, calculate the number of relevant cards in the opponent's deck over here on the right in columns R through V. Go down and, what percentage of their deck is relevant. So about 58% of their deck pre-board and 75% and 76% post-board. So it's, this is pretty good, the pre-board. Post-board, they do have a lot more relevant cards. Of course, this is heavily biased in favor of the opponent because it assumes that the opponent can sideboard in all those extra cards against us that are decent against us and not have to take anything out to make room for them. So this, again, this is heavily biased in favor of the opponent, so it's not quite accurate. But I'd rather, have it be inaccurate in the opponent's favor than in our favor. So down here, like Inquisition of Kozilek right here, I have it referencing the number for post-board, and then here's post-board, pre-board, post-board, and you just multiply these cells, just multiply the number of pre-board or post-board by the value, and then the purpose is to try to make these numbers as high as possible. So this is including if you have a one rock, one lantern lock going on. So we can shut off whatever percent including. So this is the amount neutralized with one rock. This is the amount that's relevant. So we are good to go with just one rock. Usually with like a lantern, or sorry, with a bridge or something. And then of course this calculates what percentage of their deck are cards shut down. So yeah, and then 2 rock and 3 rock, it shows that the more positive these numbers, the better it is for us. And then you can just tweak the numbers pre and post board. It'll help you with post board to get these numbers higher. So the higher values here, the better it is for us. You might notice though that I do take out needles against here. It might be better to bring needles in, but I'm more concerned about getting Leyline in to disrupt their early discard. And Welding Jar to stop their artifact destruction, and Padim. So anyways, yeah, and then I have each tab down here for each matchup. And that's generally kind of what I use to figure out how I'm going to sideboard. It's not perfect, but I mean, it works out for the most part. Alright, so you should be able to find the link in this video in the description and from the main spreadsheet. Alright, thanks for watching.